So, it's been a long time since I last made my love video, and I think it's rather fitting that I decide to do one about, well, I guess we'll see where to start. You ever felt like you stopped being yourself for a while, and that you became someone else? I'd say that I had a experience like that not too, well, a few days ago, for weeks actually. It was quite the experience. I had fallen in love, and I've been in love for a while with this woman. And to be honest, she gave me the world. You know, she gave me peace. She gave me respect, love, the whole shebang. You know, and it was real love, at least on my part. Um, you know, I I never expected this to happen, you know. I fell in love with an evil woman. And over the last few days, I've come to be aware of that. And it is heartbreaking. It really is. It crushes my soul. That I'm not going to be the one to love her. The thought of her being with another guy, it drains, saps all of my energy from me. And it hurts. It really hurts. it's extremely painful. And over the last 2 school days and weekend, I have thought upon it a lot, and I have experienced some things that honestly I should have saw coming. But foolish is the mind, fettered by love. Yeah, some ball knowledge right there. She started treating me differently because I had popped the question of, can we have a relationship and such. And while she has every right to deny me and to choose someone else, and I hope she does find someone else, someone who will fit her better. I can't help but be angry. And I think no one could help be angry in this situation. And I think anger is justified in every manner. Wrath is what messes it all up. And truth be told, I have let my emotions get the better of me a time or two, you know, here and there, here and there. Not every single day, definitely not. Couldn't possibly. Yeah. And I made the executive decision at the advice of everyone who has any bit of wisdom about relationships and stuff to end what was, whatever it was. I'm not gonna lie to you, this shit was fucked. I'm not proud of what I did. Not like ending the relationship or anything, but like the stuff beforehand. Do I regret it? To be honest with me, you can't make me regret anything. Not because I don't feel remorseful or I don't feel bad for what I've done, but rather because if I never took those steps, I would not become the man who I am today. I personally believe every single moment in your life builds to who you are. Some people believe that you're just who you are from birth, and that no matter what happens, you're gonna be that person. And others believe other things, like you really aren't a personality. You really aren't just a person. You're just a robot. You know, which I've seen that point of view, and it's kind of interesting, but it's also kind of narcissistic in nature. And anyway, back to the original point. I said I ended our friendship or relationship or whatever you want to call it. I think situationship would probably be the best word for it. But I ended the whatever it was because she gave me two options. The first one was to keep the things as they were, which was today and Thursday, where she basically just flats out ignores me and my existence, doesn't talk to me, doesn't look at me in the face. She said it was because I seem sad, which to be true, maybe subconsciously. I don't feel sad about it necessarily. I feel regretful over it because it's a terrible situation. But and of course I'm in love and the situation wasn't doing too good, so I'm at least a little sad. I mean, I don't feel the sadness in my heart or in my brain, but it's very possible that it's part of my personality or my stature, just something I just don't realize consciously, And the other one was to go back to the way things were, which was physical touch, gay jokes, and a whole myriad of, teenage stuff. I could get into the nitty-gritty details, which are physical touch, compliments, basically taking her out on dates and shit, thinking it was friend shit, which, to be fair, some of it was. Others wasn't. I'll get into that, maybe, perhaps, perchance. Maybe just a smidge. You never know. Not with me. I'm different. I am unpredictable as fuck. And if I stayed the way things were, I would end up getting hurt. Because, let's be fair, no one likes to be in a situation where they're not even, taken into account. It's like you're not even there. And you care about this person, and they don't give a shit about you. No one likes that. And then the other one was to, go back to the way things were. Which would break my heart. Because then we'd be doing lovey-dovey shit with a woman that I could never actually love. At least not, officially. I can still feel it in here, but I can't have it out here, And regardless of what happened, it would hurt me, and in doing so, it would make my emotions go crazy, and it would eventually hurt her. And while the emotional pain I could endure for a time, I could not harm... I can't harm her. I'm kind of weak. I'm weak. Like every other boy with the girl they love, I am weak. for her, especially a certain face she does. Not naming nothing though. That shit is kind of just like, I'm weak towards that face in general. It doesn't help that it's on her. I it would break my heart to see stuff that I do harm her, and I can't live with that. And to be honest, I don't think she cares about me anymore. Not like she did. She said that she wanted to stay friends and that she did care, but all her actions contradicted it. Even her action, after which, after saying, I don't want to be friends anymore, I can see how she would be a bit angry at that, I can see how she would treat me differently after that. But beforehand, I don't know if she was lying or not. There's no possible way to say for certain. But I know her better than she thinks I do, and I dare say I know her better than she does. Because I've dealt with this kind of woman before. Whoop, it's my sister. Yep. And someone else, but we don't need to get into that. Ugh. So, I already know what's going to happen. She's going to... Well, at least I have a theory. You can never say for sure. Don't deal in absolutes. But I know her, and I know her extremely well. Most likely she's talking shit. And most likely she's going to continue to talk shit and be petty. At least for a little bit. People change. Anger dissolves. At least for some people. Mine is, I'm still angry. I'm not gonna lie, but it's when I'm around her, it flares up. But when I'm away, my rational mind is at work. And to be honest, I lost myself in her. I cared far too deeply than I should have. At least for this woman. Or girl, I should say. There's no way to say, of course, a lot of this is there's no way to say for certain type stuff, but any rational mind can, come to similar conclusions at the very least. I wasn't exactly hidden with my feelings. I was very out in the open. I wore that shit on my sleeve, because if I'm not gonna fucking sit here and just play fucking footsie anymore, okay? I'm gonna say some shit. Talk about it, be about it, as my father says. And there's no way she couldn't have at least known. And to be honest, she seemed content with just letting me feel the way I felt, so long as it didn't disrupt her peace. And that hurts. That does hurt. Ooh, it hurts. I don't hate her. I don't bear any ill will or anything against her. Because as your Father decrees in heaven, whether you're Christian or not, you shall love your enemies, pray for those persecute you, and all the other jazz. Forgive, or you will not be forgiven. And I don't try to forgive because well, that's what my father wants me to do. If I don't do it, I don't get into heaven. Blah 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 blah. No, I try to forgive because hate genuinely destroys people. It's destroyed my friends before. It's destroying my friend right now, and I believe it's tearing her up inside as well. And for a little bit, it tore me up as well. It destroyed me. It ruined who I was. It blinded me. And so now I am going to be better moving forward. Not try, I'm gonna do this. Don't deal in absolutes. Alright, but the only thing, but I'm gonna be absolute, okay? Absolutely sure that this is gonna be happening. You only have control over one thing in life, and that's you. Control yourself as much as you can. Honestly, I did these originally so that people can help learn from my trauma. And I think I'm getting more help from it myself. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice to talk about stuff. If there is anything to take away from it, don't lose yourself in other people. I lost myself in her, and I regret it. I regret every fragment of it. I don't regret what I did, but losing myself in her hurt me, her, and a lot of people. And I'm glad I was brought to my senses. And honestly, I'm very thankful that God gave me this opportunity to learn. Because 2 weeks ago, when it's not when my feelings started, but it's when it started to snowball. I was lonely on, I think, Friday morning. I woke up at 5. I took a bath and I cried. I cried because I would not be able to have her. And I would never be able to realize my dream with her. And it broke me. Then a few hours later, or maybe the day before, I can't quite remember, she made a group chat of me and with me, her, and 2 buddies. And they were talking in there, but I drove down to the lake. And I sat in my truck. And cried some more. I know. One sorry bitch. I know. One sorry bitch. And gosh, this fucking mask. I wear it way too low. I asked if anyone wanted to do anything. Anyone wanted to hang out, because I was feeling lonely. I didn't want to stay. I didn't want to be inside all day. Feeling sorry for myself and shit. I want to go outside, have some fun with some friends. The typical 1-2 for a teenager. And a buddy agreed. One couldn't, and she also said she might. So hours passed. It's around 4. Which is when we agreed. The buddy could not show up, but she could. So it was just me and her at Baskin Robbins for a little bit. I got ice cream pistachio, because, I got that fucking ball knowledge. If you don't, good on you. If you don't like it, hey. I can respect it. There's some good flavors out there, too. Probably not as good as pistachio, but you know. Yours is awesome, too. Yours is great, too. And so we messed around together the entire day. Or at least until like 9:30 p.m. After Baskin Robbins, we went to a park. She showed me the venue for her birthday. Walked around the park a bit, took some trails. Then we went to the lake, where I sat down, told her my dream. She told me hers. And from there on, it got more physical. Nothing like crazy, right? Nothing sexual, but like romantic type of physical. And after that, we got snacks. We went to a parking lot, and I played blackjack with her. She messed with my hair, played music, we had some fun. When I dropped her off, I refused to leave her alone because, come on, if you're a real fucking man, you're not going to leave a girl alone at 9:30 p.m. at night. Like, it's just, come on. Basic common sense. And we agreed to do something tomorrow morning. We were supposed to study at a library, but we went to Barnes and Noble instead because the library was closed because Easter Sunday was tomorrow. We went to Barnes and Noble's. I helped her out with some English work. We went to go find a bakery so that she could get some blue scones, and we didn't find that bakery, but she played love songs the entire fucking car ride as we drove around town. What was I supposed to think? Come on, just me and her. She blasting love songs. Oh my gosh. And we couldn't find the bakery, but we went to a restaurant and ate there. I paid for it. At least tab, you know. Then she gave me like $20 because she didn't want to feel like we were actually doing anything, even though we were eating at a fucking restaurant. And we haven't even got to the worst part of it yet. Honestly, that wouldn't be much, right, of anything if it was just that. Not like the stuff that came before it or the day before, and especially what comes after, what comes next. Ooh, this was gonna be fun. Ooh, keep your socks on. After the restaurant, I went to go drop her off at a park near her house. And I stayed with her at the park until her parents arrived. And we danced. You know, we had some fun on some of the park stuff. The carousel, I think it's called. But we danced, laughed, had fun, joked around. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm dancing, doing my dance, she's doing her dance, which did happen. But we also did, like, a little bit of, like, slow dance and shit. So, yeah, I kind of thought, I thought there was something, any teenage boy would. Let's be fair now, okay? Let's be fair. Don't be rash. Fuck. My hands are gonna kill me, bro. After her parents arrived, I met them. Her dad came first. He was pretty short. Short king. He was definitely a very respectable guy. Then her mom came, and her mom was fun. Her mom was real fun. I liked her a lot. And the way her family was around each other, I don't have quite the same relationship that I do with my parents. And, it felt nice being around her family. Like having something that I never had. And then, after they went inside to their house. We went back to the park and we sat and talked about all kinds of stuff. Marvel, superheroes, people, ideas, cats, because there was cats there. And during the entire time, our legs were touching. And I couldn't help but feel something. I couldn't help it. We're on the swing sets, we're talking about my parents and stuff, who are great people. They're great people, amazing people. But as like everyone, they do have their flaws. I couldn't help but like fall deeper in love with her. I mean, we went bar for bar, and she has a certain laugh that every girl has their certain laugh, but there's that specific laugh that I think only comes out when a girl truly likes you and thinks you're funny. Maybe even like a little love laugh or whatever. And she laughed like that. At least it seemed that way to me. She laughed like that a lot. And how was I supposed to not think there was something like, come on. We took a picture of the moon because it's very beautiful on my phone. She took the picture on my phone. And after that, we talked a bit more until like 2 a.m. My parents were pissed. But like, I'm a teenage boy in love, so I didn't really give a shit. Typical teenage stuff. And when we were walking back to my truck in her house, I told her it was very cold. It was very cold. She's very cold. I was shivering. She was shivering. I tried not to shiver because I'm a fucking man. I gotta be strong. Shit. I was like, I gotta give this, identity of like, damn, he's not shivering in this cold ass weather. Damn, tough. I told her to grab my arm, and she did. And I think she may have squeezed my bicep a little bit. Which I was over the moon. Come on, I was over the moon about this. And then when we got to my truck, she gave me not 1, but 2 front hugs. That's right, 2 front hugs. And that doesn't really say much, except for the fact that she flirted, I flirted, and then when I got home, we texted until I fell asleep. And then she fell asleep. And she told me to message her when I got home. And I did. And when I got home, my brother was outside waiting for me to clown my ass because my parents are pissed. Rightfully so. And, like I said, I fell asleep texting her. And what I was texting her was about how she needed to eat something or drink something warm because she was really cold. And in retrospect, if she really could say that there was nothing here, it really just makes me wonder what kind of woman she is. Or girl. What kind of girl she is. And the next day, she acted like nothing happened. Like we were just friends. Which maybe that's what it seemed like to her, but it didn't seem like to me. And from there on, my feelings snowballed until I asked her, hey, is this a thing? Can we do a thing? Huh? She said no. Our personalities were too different, which I'm beginning to realize that now. And it hurts. And there's a big detail that I haven't gone over yet, but I'll mention that at the last bit. Okay, I'll let you out in like a minute. Okay, in a minute. All right, let me say this first. I'll just say it right now. And then I'll let my dog back in. She had a boyfriend. Oh. Yeah, no, we're oh, man. Oh, man. I pulled a muscle today, so. Oh, man. There we go. Back at it. Yeah, she had a boyfriend this entire time. And she was treating her boyfriend, well, like shit. And her boyfriend was kind of treating her like shit. So, in my mind, because, clouded by love, I thought it was pretty much entirely him. 100% him. It's his fault. Definitely. 100%. Could not be any problems on her side. And I knew beforehand that relationship problems are rarely one-sided. At least in a functional, rational relationship. Not like, beating your wife or anything. That shit's one-sided. That shit is one-sided. I blame the boyfriend. But as I see now, it's not just him. He's a shitty teenager, don't get me wrong. He's still a piece of work. But he's not entirely at fault here. She very much almost completely ignored this. To the point where when he tried with the relationship, she did not care. She didn't give him, any sort of grace. She'll talk to him and be like, okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from. But she would, in her mind, the relationship was dead. And so why is she with him? Blah, 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 stuff I don't want to talk about because it's kind of deeply personal and I don't have the right to talk about it. The gist. And honestly, the fact that I was going for her when she had a boyfriend speaks a lot about me too. I don't like that. I don't feel proud for that. I don't feel proud for that at all. Not one bit. And in the last 2 days, she treated me like she treats her boyfriend. And I will not live like that. I will not. I refuse. Not because she's a terrible person or because I love her and I can't deal with this, but because it's genuinely just terrible treatment of a person. To treat someone like they're not even there until you... Keeping a relationship for a purpose is a horrendous thing to do to someone, especially if they love you. And I believe that's what she tried to do with me, and I believe that's what she is doing with him. I feel bad for the two. I feel bad for him because he is in a relationship that he so badly wants and wants to try for, but can't. And she's in a relationship where she's stuck with this person. And
you feel like you...
It doesn't matter, you choose. I'm in the middle of something.
Are you talking to him?
Yeah, I am. Get out of here. Get out of here. Shoot.
Is it Celia?
No.
Who is it?
Get out of here.
Who is it?
It's not anyone. I'm making a video.
Say Wallahi, bro.
Wallahi. Wallahi.
Wow. Destroying your mole station.
Shut up, Jack. And I forgot what I was talking about, but I'm going to separate myself from this. I'm going to separate myself from this. I realize because of this, my social standing is kind of terrible now. Because of all this drama that she's fucking put me and a few others through. And I've asked for advice from people to tell me what I should do and I believe what I did was best. I ended the situationship because it would only end up harming me, her, and the people around us. And I refuse to harm people because I am unable to let go of someone. I refuse. Anyway, the mood's kind of dim. We can brighten it up a little bit, you know, get a little salsa in there. Right before coming here and making this video, I was at a senior scavenger hunt. As you can see on my front cap, there is Mavericks. It's upside down because, fuck it, why not? That is the school, that is the college that I'm going to attend, and I'm currently a senior in high school. And you know, it's quite nice. I went to the senior scavenger hunt. I went with a buddy. And I was determined to win. Did I win? No, I did not win. However, I still completed it. And I completed it before her. And I shouldn't feel happy about that.
You want anything from Sonic? No? Okay.
I shouldn't feel happy about that. But, I mean, there's a bit of me that feels pleasure in it. And that is wrong. That is wrong. Because I don't feel any ill will or hate towards her, but I can't help but take pleasure in this. I just can't. I know it's wrong. But I just can't help it. And, you know, ever since this weekend was very different. I didn't talk to her. I didn't really talk to anyone. I had time to clear my head and stop thinking about this. Or, well, I tried to stop thinking about this. I still thought about it the entire day. The entire weekend, actually. I had dreams about this shit. I had 4 nights of consecutive dreams about this shit. This was big for me. This is very big for me. And having time away from her allowed me to think about it rationally and logically. And I'd come to the conclusion that she was definitely not the best person for me. Nor was I the best person for her. And I knew that I had to end it. I had to end it on the weekend. I knew I had to end it. And so I did. I did today. I took the opportunity while I saw it because I'm not gonna wait on this anymore. And I told her I can't be her friend anymore because it was breaking my heart, and she didn't care. At least she didn't show it. Not at all. Not one slight bit did she show that she cared. She said she did. And while my mind did falter a little bit, I started to think. And I told her that I can't be friends anymore, and that I wish her the best. If she asked me to do something, like help her out or something, maybe she has to move, or beat her fucking boyfriend and no one else can help, I still come help her with that shit. I still come help her with that shit. But I don't do it out of emotional love or turmoil. I do it out of love for who was my friend and who is a person, and love for what was. Will she ever? No, not one bit. It's gonna be hella awkward at prom. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to prom. I got my prom suit ready. It's this Saturday. I'm gonna drive down to Amp. Hopefully, don't get my car key. My car keyed. I got it right the first time. I don't know why I tried to correct it. My car keyed. By some crazy ass bitch. I could see that happening. Or, well, I have a truck. Okay, first off, truck. I don't know, cool as hell. I got to help people. You gotta throw that in there. You gotta throw that out there. You just gotta throw that out there. And I got a reel from my buddy. Have fun. So yeah. I think it's just about time to wrap up. What is there to take away? Don't lose yourself in your emotions. Stay true to who you are, no matter the person. Don't do it from hate, do it from love. Be willing to forgive. And maybe the best one of all, be you. Truly just be you. And I am who I am. I am a fucking glass breaker. I'm fucking weird. I'm different. And you know what? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I break that fucking narrative. And by what I mean by that, everyone feels these. I felt it, especially during the last few weeks, this emotional barrier that stops you from talking to someone or saying something, or this social boundary that's like, oh, you don't cross this, not usually. You don't cross this unless you're like weird or stupid or an idiot or something like this. And you know what? I say fuck that. If I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna say something. Because I say I am different. I say that I don't care about the opinions of others. I say fuck them. And to be honest, I say I'm weird. If I say that I'm weird, they say I'm weird. Shit, we agree. Dab me up, homie. And so I'm gonna break this fucking wall that's in front of me. That's like, oh, this is a problem. Damn, it's awkward. I don't want to say anything because it's awkward. It's awkward. Oh, boo. Guess what, bitch? For it to not be awkward anymore, you gotta break that awkwardness. Best way to break that awkwardness, make it more awkward. Best thing you can do to break awkwardness is this. If it's awkward to talk to someone, talk to them. Address the awkwardness. Because it's not like this fucking thing that's up in the air anymore. Address it. And when you address it, then you make a decision. And the decision is made. And then boom, there's no longer awkward because the decision is made. This is like like for instance, today I talked to her because it was awkward and it was bad and I didn't like it, and I addressed it. It's bad. It's awkward. I don't like it. It doesn't. You're not treating me like a friend. And then she gave me options. I said, fuck it. I don't like your options. I do my own shit. And I ended the relationship because regardless of what happened, someone was going to get hurt. And I'm not down for that. Not anymore. Pain leads to growth. Pain is inevitable, but oh my gosh. Pain is regrettable, but if you don't use pain effectively, then it truly becomes something that is terrible. Pain used wisely is growth. Pain used unwisely is trauma. Okay, I think that's just about it. I'm not gonna lie to you, this one was a long one, or maybe perfectly as long as it usually is. I have no idea. It's been a long time since I made one of these. And to be honest, hell yeah. It's nice, you know? It's nice getting back in there. Can't really see it all that well. I can bend like 100, 110 curl on easy bar curl, which that may be impressive or not. I have no idea. But it's nice. I know it's been a while since I made one of these, and so I really like being able to talk about this stuff because, you know, it allows me to throw my emotions out there, and maybe someone can look at the gurgled mess that is my YouTube videos and find something of worth. I know I am, and even if no one else does, if I find worth in it, then that's enough for me. With that said, good morning, good evening, and good night. Let me leave you with this. Pain used effectively is growth. Pain used ineffectively is trauma. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good night. I don't care which one it is. Maybe evening. Maybe you don't even live here. Who knows? Maybe you're an alien. I don't really give a shit. But have a good one. Sleep tight. Don't let them bed bugs bite. And if you do, at least, like, kill them after. I don't fucking know. Good luck, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.